Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew. I'm here to help you grow your channel, build your brand, and educate you about the blind and visually impaired. Today's episode is an interview with our special guest, Divided by Sight. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let's get to it.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fierce and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
As I said, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode, we're doing a live interview with Divided by Sight. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
Good, how are you? Hi,
Doing
everyone.
good. All right. So, got a few questions for you, and then we'll open it up to questions from our viewers if they have any.
Sounds good.
First, let's see who we have here with us today. Hey, Danny Mac McKenna, thanks for being here, brother. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, we like the first one.
And Aaron Waller, what's going on, bruh? Quarantine is in the house. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. Alright, so the first question I've got for you, Lauren, is if you would, will you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Sure. So, like Andrew said, my name is Lauren, and that's annoying. Never heard annoying. Anyway, as I said, my name is Lauren. My channel is Divided by Sight, and over on my channel, I cover videos to help educate the sighted on the blind and visually impaired community and some of the struggles that we face, as well as sharing poetry and other things that I've written as an indie author.
Awesome. And when did you first start doing content or videos?
I believe it was either at the end of March or beginning of April. I definitely know it was beginning of April because it's my birthday month. And I saw like my second video was like April favorites, and it was like all the things I love to either read or watch.
Nice.
Yeah, for some reason, like when I go back on my first video, I'm not seeing like a date. It just says like, this was X amount of months ago. That's not helpful.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go with April. It's fine.
And is that when you created your channel?
Yes. I've been on YouTube. Well, it says like my actual channel was created in 2013, but I was never really like actively putting up content.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like I think I've seen other YouTubers do it and think that was something that I wanted to do, but I never acted on it because I was too afraid that people wouldn't like me, and I cared way too much on what other people thought. And then this year, I it's so weird because I feel like these channels have been around. I have just never seen any from the blind community, but that's definitely what helped me. Like, just say fuck it. I don't care what people think. I'm gonna make content that makes me happy, because seeing I think it helps seeing. Okay, if this person has less vision than I do, was blind to billionaires channel,
Mm-hmm.
then why am I not doing it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why did you start your channel?
I started my channel because I wanted to break down some of the stereotypes people have about the blind and visually impaired community. And it wasn't only recently that I started sharing my poetry, because I thought it would be a good way to get my work out there. And if, again, if other people see that I can do it, hopefully it'll inspire them to try doing it.
Nice. Let's see, we've got a couple more people here with us. So let's see who else
Yay!
we got joining. Artfully Blind with Diana. Thanks for being here, sister. Ability Mom of 2 Vlogs. How you doing, Leah? Inside the Labs. What's going on, my POV brother? Thanks for being here. Leah says that you've gotten so confident, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to Andrew doing the Burrito Challenge. Trying to push myself and answering some of these questions. And realizing that even if some of the answers make me cry or make me upset, it's okay because it's pushing me to be more authentic and
Yeah, it's making you become more comfortable on camera and helping you discover a little bit more about you to be able to be comfortable on camera and have that confidence. Right. And thank you for being there with me this morning during my completion of the challenge. Hashtag rant time outside of the Consult the Blind Guy show.
Rant time times like 3. It wasn't bothering me. I was just sitting there drinking coffee, so I enjoyed it.
Speaking of which, you just said coffee.
Yes.
Mm.
Coffee.
Nectar of the gods right here.
Question though. When how your last video you're saying about the idea of like trolls are tasty. What do they taste like? Do they taste like coffee?
We'd have to ask Joe Sampson on that one.
Because if they taste like coffee, then they're in trouble. Because I will eat them all.
Right. Oh, I'm totally with you on that one.
All trolls were wiped out today by 2 people that are addicted to coffee. When?
Carrots. Yeah, I figured you'd probably love that one, brother, because I know all of us in the POV society, we're all freaking coffee nuts.
Yeah. Nicole in a room wrinkling her nose. She doesn't like coffee, but she's weird, so.
She's not human, that's why.
Oh!
I'm thinking she belongs as one of the characters in your new book, which I hope you have that with you, because I would like to promote that here as well.
It's on your
if you haven't already in the chat seen, if you're not in the Hangout group, Lauren and her sister Nicole have both published a book. And I'm like super proud and excited because they will be our resident blind authors for a future stream to talk about publishing their first book.
I wasn't hugging it to my chest. Nope. Yes, you were. That's a long read, though. I will warn you on that.
Yeah, I seen on Amazon that it's 300 and some odd pages, close to 400. So yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, and my friend Melanie said that she got hers in the mail today, and she's gonna take the whole weekend to read it. I said, "That's fine. Her day should take you enough."
A weekend?
Yeah,
a whole week. I think it's gonna take longer than a weekend. I'm gonna say. It's like, even with the magnifier, I think it's going to take me more than just a weekend to read 400 pages.
Yeah, that's why when we were doing the proofreading, I had Nicole read it. She read it in a week. Speed reader.
Hell, I'm a speed reader, and I still think it's going to take longer than a week.
That's okay. Alright.
Let's see what's getting said here. Now
I'm just picturing like a troll sticking out of a
says coffee is life, and Lauren, you found your show flow.
Huh.
Danny, you are such a smartass. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and probably knows one. Very true. Very true. Now, I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody here in the chat knows one particular asshole, and that'd be me. As I have commonly said, I am quite well known to people as an asshole, so I will.
I like how you're saying that it's Lita's fault because it created a monster.
They did
No, I mean, really, it was always
before.
there. They just helped bring it out.
Yeah, they helped me put it on camera.
Oh.
Because I was always an asshole before, but now I don't give a fuck, and everybody that sees the channel can either deal with it or leave. It's up to you. Because I'm not hiding who I am anymore. Before Lita, I was too nervous and fearful
Right.
about speaking on camera. Now it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
And it's very admirable because, like I said, not a lot of people are willing or even brave enough to speak their mind because then they worry
Right.
about what other people think.
Yeah, and that was my biggest problem. And like I was saying the other day in the stream here as well as in the mission, if it wouldn't have been for Paul and Diana being in the challenge, I probably wouldn't have completed it. I was so nervous about being the only blind person in the challenge, and then I seen them go live, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not
not
the only one.
alone. Because
One
it's
of
like
us. One of us.
560 people in the challenge and one blind guy. That's not cool. And then I seen them in there, so it's like, cool, now I have my own little support group within the challenge. And then as we started progressing and everybody sharing their stories about their struggles and everything
Right.
else, it's like, wow, I'm really not alone. And then everybody's just so supportive and encouraging. It's like I've developed a whole new family
Yeah.
because of the challenge. I think after the challenge, I've got like 50, 60 new friends from being in that challenge because of the connections that we made because of
Yeah.
doing everything, which
Well,
is awesome.
I was gonna say too. It's not only the idea of like building a support network and not feeling like you're alone, but when you see the experiences that some other people have had, like I don't want to say like worse than yours, but it does give you a perspective of like I don't know, like some people have had it worse than me, so I shouldn't like feel sorry for myself.
Mm-hmm. Terrence, I'm not sure if Samson's here at the moment. If he is, he'll probably pop into the chat. He's usually here.
Yeah, but that's good.
Um,
You always have a group of people that show up at every stream. That's awesome.
yeah, yep. And that's all because of being authentic. If it
Right.
wasn't for me being my authentic me and then being a part of the People of Video Society and a part of our community, like with Artfully Blind, with Diana, with Danny, with you, with our small community, and then all of the added communities like the People of Video Society and the Quarantine
Mm-hmm.
from Pat Flynn and Paximus and Aaron. That's how we've gotten to have such an active chat, is because we all support each other. And like me, 90% of my day is spent watching live streams.
Wow.
I get up in the morning, I think 8 o'clock, and sometimes I'm watching TikTok on live streams there for friends. And if I'm not on TikTok, I'm on here on YouTube watching friends. And that's my whole day, is I'm listening to live streams and multitasking, working on whatever project.
Yeah, that's why when you were telling me that you were still working on 2 books, I'm like, where is your time? Like, you're doing all these things for YouTube and then the stuff for Bleedo. It's like, where do you have time to write a book? Because usually that's usually like how most of my day is spent is writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like sometimes, like yesterday for instance, I was doing two streams at once, or usually on Wednesdays I'm doing two streams at one time. I'm
Wow.
listening to Pat on my cell phone, and then Vicky O'Neill, who is another quarantine member, made me a moderator, so I'm watching her on the computer. That way I can keep an eye out for trolls and manage that for her, and then I've got Pat on my phone, so I could still listen to two things at once.
I don't know how you do that. I would be so distracted.
No, I've always been that way. I can have like 5 different conversations at one time. Because that's the one benefit to being blind, I think, is I've got such good hearing. Is I've
Mm-hmm.
literally had people to where we're sitting in a big old circle, like around a campfire, and they'll be having their own conversation and say something, and it's like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, blah 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 blah. And then you'll have the other one over here saying something to me, and it's like, oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to do this and you got to do that or whatever. And then they're like, how in the hell do you do that? It's like, I do have 2 ears, I can hear conversation.
See, I can do that with a smaller group, but when it's like a bigger group, I think it's too overwhelming, and it's like I'm just like be buzzing in your ear and I'm like overwhelmed. Like I
Mm-hmm.
try to focus on one conversation, but I think it's just a lot of stimulation at one time.
Yeah.
Plus, it's turning.
Nobody asked you.
What?
Go in your corner.
I'm just saying you can train your ears into a large breakdown your head.
Mm-hmm.
Show off.
Danny, you are such a smart ass.
What?
Trolls taste like biscuits, but you can drown them in and dip them in your coffee.
Wow.
I kind of I tend to agree with that one, Danny. Yeah. You can
And
always
biscuits
drown
you
them
mean
trolls.
cookies, because
Right? Well,
yeah.
he's over there in the UK, so
I was right. Yay.
it's kind of one of them like tea and biscuit kind of things, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
And that's
Tea
fine.
and crumpets.
That's a good way to drown out the troll. Just drown the coffee.
Yep.
Good.
Which I don't know how you guys over there in the UK can do that tea time crap all the time, but you give me a cup of coffee and you can have your tea and we'll be good to go.
You know, it's
That
so weird. Like I've been having tea late at night, and it makes me sleepy.
all depends on the tea for me, because I drink tea too, but I'm one of them really odd ones. I only drink hot tea. I will not drink tea if it's cold, just like I will not drink coffee if it's cold. Coffee is meant to be hot.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that one.
Yuck. Absolutely disgusting. No iced coffee, no hot coffee turn into cold coffee. No.
Iced coffee.
Ew.
Gag, puke, gag, puke. Yeah, no.
It's kind of scary.
Coffee
Nikki
is
agreed with
supposed
you
to
on
be
that
hot. Alright, get back on topic here. How did you choose your channel name?
Ooh, that's a good question. So, how you reminded me when we started that at first it was the nerdy lady because I have a lot of different interests, and I was doing, yeah, it was in one of Dean Nimon's members chats
Mm-hmm.
that helped me get like a deeper understanding of what I wanted my channel to stand for and what kind of content I was going to do. Because I think at that time I only had like 2 or 3 videos on the channel. And so I thought, I really want my channel to inspire and serve the blind and low vision community. And I figured that there's a stigma and divide against those that are sighted and those that are not, and that um, I like how Diana was saying earlier in her Buddha video of like people have this assumption that either you're fully sighted or you're completely blind, like there's no in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're new here and you don't understand what she's talking about, is blindness is a spectrum.
Right.
Whether people really realize this or not, 85% of the blind community are actually sighted to some degree. It's only 15% of the world's population of the blind are actually completely blind. Lights out, can't see nothing.
Right, and it's such a small percentage too. That's the scary part.
Yeah,
And yet,
because
a lot
I
of people
always
have that
thought the same
perception.
thing. Because I was one of those for the longest time that I would just refer to myself as visually impaired, or as a few people say, highly functioning for blind.
Right.
And I was not aware that we had such a small percentage of us that were actually 100% blind compared to us in the spectrum of light perception or tunnel vision or whatever the situation may be. I always thought that it was more on the opposite side, where it would have been like the 85% are 100% blind,
Yeah.
and then you have us in the other 15% that would be the spectrum.
That have like some functioning vision, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So that way they're not considered being blind because they have some functioning vision.
Danny, I'm assuming by your comment that you're talking about tea time. And maybe not around you, but I do know a few people who still do the whole tea time thing, whether it's 2 times a day or 4 times a day, they make time for tea time. They've got alarms on their phones and crap and going, "Oh, well, I've been sitting here for 45 minutes. It's time for a 15-minute break for tea time." And it's
Wow.
like, "What? Oh, yeah, it's tea time. You know, I gotta have my tea and my crumpet." And it's like, what the hell is wrong with you? We're in the 2000s now. We're not back in the old days with the freaking wigs and everything else. And who in the hell does tea time like this anymore?
Maybe we should invent
Apparently,
something like that for coffee.
you know, I'm telling you. Because when I heard that the last time, it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, seriously? Who in the hell are you? What the hell did you do with my friends? Because who in their mind does tea time?
I mean, I have my tea at noon. Other than that, yeah, I can't see another time today.
Oh, yeah, Nicole, these people literally go out of their way periodically throughout the day. They'll just be like, for instance, you guys will be doing your live stream for your writing sprints, right?
Yeah.
You'll do a 45-minute session and you got the 15 minutes left for the hour. And they'll be like, "Oh, well, I did my 45-minute sprint. It's tea time." And it's like, are you kidding me? And then they could be like, "Okay, well, I'm going to go to my appointment and I'm planning on it being an hour, 2 hours long." And they don't care whether they're in the middle of an appointment or not. They'll be like, "Oh, my alarm went off. It's time for tea."
Wow, that is intense.
I've never heard
And
of
it's
that
like,
screaming.
no.
I've
Give
heard
me
of
my
what
cup of coffee and I'll be good.
I've heard of what Nicole does. Like there's certain times throughout the day that you have for tea, like either like in the morning or noon.
Mm-hmm.
I usually will have my tea if it's not later in the evening. It'll be after dinner because it'll help with digestion. But I don't go out of my way to do it. It's so weird.
Hi, Sister Sue. Thank you for joining us today. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a good one.
Wow, I want to go out of my way to invent one for coffee.
No.
I
Unless you have a alarm that goes quack quack every time it's time for coffee.
mean, I feel like when I wake up earlier than I plan to, that's like a reward. And then, okay, I get coffee.
Just an FYI, also, Nicole, I haven't got that clip finished yet, but trust me, you
Okay,
will
you
be the
won't.
first one to know as soon as it's done.
I made Lauren hear what you did, so yay.
I hate you both. Why would you do this to me?
Love you, Lauren.
Series opportunity not to mention it.
I couldn't help it. You guys made me laugh so damn hard the other day with that.
I know.
Oh.
Oh, hashtag feed the duck.
You are famous.
Oh my god. Sam, our friend Sam will be happy to know that it got carried on to their channel.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, I was telling Nicole I did like the GIF you sent me. It's a yellow like squeaky duck with a knife.
With
and
the knife,
Logan was
yep.
like, eh.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab you, damn it! Quit bringing it up.
I like mine. Give me crackers. Else.
Quack quack.
No,
quack,
it's
quack,
giving
quack, quack.
coffee or else because I mean, you can get me to do almost anything if you bribe me with coffee.
True.
That sounded not as bad in my head until I said it out loud.
Yeah, we are so gonna have to make that an official part of the consulting crew.
Oh.
It'll be an inside joke just between the three of us, but yeah, once that clip gets done, everybody will know.
Right.
But
I mean,
still,
it's
not.
like half embarrassing, but like half proud because every time it makes somebody laugh. And I mean, that's my whole thing of trying to bring humor to the world. So
That will definitely bring humor to the world. Oh, sorry, but that was probably the most comical thing I have seen in a live stream yet. Quack.
I mean, people burp on camera. That's the same.
It pretty much, yeah.
I'm just gonna use this pretty thing as a shield.
I mean, the fact that you grunted. It won't be funny.
Stop! You're just making it worse. You was just up there, so I don't step on it.
Oh crap. Yep. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh.
New mission for today. Embarrassing.
Oh yeah, see, and Danny knows what we're talking about too, so
See here is that you tried to embarrass me and you get to see.
I don't know.
oh yeah. He put the ducks up on in the chat too, so it'll either be we're either gonna end up seeing hashtag quack, hashtag feed the duck, or we're just gonna see a row of ducks start showing up. Oh crap. Yep. The good old consulting crew. We love picking on each other.
But it may end up being picking on me. Why?
What else to do?
Well, we could trust me. I'm sure we're gonna have more than just you eventually. We already got me with hashtag rant time, hashtag just saying. I'm surprised we don't have hashtag asshole yet or something similar. Just because I go.
I told you need one that says like monster. Like
oh yeah.
Rawr. Yeah.
Hot smash.
Huck smash.
That is actually something that we say on Pat Flynn's channel all the time because I try my damnedest every day to help get him 100 likes during his live stream because he averages anywhere between 100 to 200 people every day in the live stream, and sometimes he'll only get like 50 likes.
Oh,
and it's
not everybody in the live stream is liking the video.
Right. So I actually started telling everybody, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. And then somebody said Hulk smash one day, and it's like, ooh, Hulk smash, like button.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Next question for you is, what is your channel about and what kind of content do you do? Now, I know you said it a little bit already, but you can go in depth as much as you want on this one.
Yeah. Okay. So some of the content that's on there that I'm proud of is that I have done some videos like breaking down stereotypes of some things that blind people experience, but I am really proud of like that I've used some of the teaching I had growing up as a kid on how adapting to being visually impaired
Mm-hmm.
to try and do things that a normal sighted person can do. And I've tried showing that on my channel. I want to do one of like how a blind person would like do grocery shopping. That's just been really hard with COVID.
Oh, I was actually gonna try and do that the other day, but I've got that freaking faux pro or wannabe GoPro that I got scammed on a couple years ago, and I've got to figure out how to get it attached to the chest rig to be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of nervous because I know a lot of stores are like, you can't record in here. Guess what? The blind motherfucker's gonna do it any goddamn way.
Right, like, oh, I didn't know I was recording. La 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 la.
You know, I don't care if you can see the camera on me or not. You're gonna find out what it's like to be a blind person walking through a store. You know, I
See,
almost got $10,000 richer the other day because of people not paying attention and
no, right,
almost
that you just
running
got
me
hit.
over. Yeah.
See,
And
my problem is it's harder to hear me with the stupid face mask on. It's like,
yeah, that here in Michigan,
huh?
our governor just actually got in trouble by the Supreme Court because of the way she's doing things has been determined it is illegal, just as I've been saying all along.
You're like, I was right, damn it.
Yeah, now you ready for this one though? Though the Supreme Court has said that her actions have been illegal this entire time, she came right out after that ruling and did a news conference and said, I don't care, I'm going to do it anyway.
What'd she do?
She's enforcing more mandates and putting out more laws. Even though they have not gone through legislation, she's still going to continue shutting things down. And now,
Oh.
if you go to the store and you don't have a mask on, they're going to fine you $1,000. And you can't. It's illegal. The Attorney General has stated herself she cannot enforce it because it is an illegal executive order.
Right, like I know businesses can like refuse you or turn you away if you're not wearing a face mask, but I don't get the fine part.
Yeah, they and that's the thing is any business doesn't matter whether it was with COVID or after COVID or before. The business has always had the right to refuse service to anyone at any time for any reason.
Right.
The store owner, for instance, not to be mean or anything to anybody that may be watching this live or on the replay, but the law states that a store owner can mandate that if, for instance, you're a gay person and you go to their store and they know that you're gay, they can refuse your service because
Wow.
it's against their beliefs. But to me, that's discrimination. So I don't
Right.
understand how that law works because, yeah, you might have the right to refuse service, but the law also states you cannot discriminate against sex, race, age, anything. So how the hell they can do this thing, I don't know because I was always raised to respect others no matter
Right.
what. I don't care what color skin you have, what your sexual preference is, what your religion is, anything. You respect me, I'll respect you. And even if you don't respect me, fine. Because
I mean, because at the
I
end of
don't
the day,
have,
like they're still a human being that you
right.
should show them respect.
You know, the only person I'm definitely not going to show any respect to is the douchebag that's in office right now. Because you heard me on my rant this morning.
Oh God.
I think he's an asshole. He made comments to me in person in New Jersey. He argued with me in New Jersey and made racial comments and disrespect towards veterans in general. And then he turned around and grabbed a woman and was screaming and yelling at her and walked off.
Right.
Had I not been with a friend and in my camouflage for the Marine Corps, I would have stomped a fucking mud hole in his ass.
Yeah.
But because I was in New Jersey with a friend and helping him for his job and wearing a uniform, I was not about to get thrown into federal penitentiary for disgracing my uniform.
But I mean, at the same time, this thing forced you to take a step back and was like, "Is this really the time and place for me to do this?" Even though I really want to.
Yeah, and, oh, trust me, I so wanted to, but I held in my anger and my frustration and let him walk his orange-haired ass to his casino. He told me that day I would regret the day he became president. And he's right. You know what? I regret not socking that motherfucker in his face. I should have, because he probably wouldn't be where he's at now. But too late now. Can't do it. And if anybody wanted to try, go ahead. Secret Service will nail your ass to the wall and quick.
They won't let you get very far. I mean, that's what they're trained to do. So.
Yeah. Well, I actually just watched a video or TV show the other day, and they're talking about how they had a news meeting for the press dinners that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And there was actually 3 people that made it through the Secret Service because they didn't do their damn job.
Wow.
And allowed 3 people that were not even supposed to be there into that dinner. And they also let them shake hands with Obama.
Wow.
And it's like, really? Really? You're supposed to be the freaking people protecting the president, and you just let people walk right on by.
Yep.
What in the hell is wrong with you? Any Marine did that, their ass would be fucking shit-canned quick.
Right, for not doing their job.
Yeah, you just disobeyed protocol, you disobeyed direct order, you just sacrificed national security. You're demoted.
Yep.
And depending on the infraction, your ass might actually get thrown out of the Corps. You would actually get discharged.
Right.
And it's like, how in the hell? But red time's over. Sorry, I went off track. Just bear with me here, people. I am human. You know.
We already decided that you're a monster. But it's okay.
Yeah. I will definitely fit into that category.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if there was going to be a rant. I was wondering if you're all ranted out from this morning.
Oh, hell no. I'm never going to be done.
I was like, what are you talking about? He's always ready for a rant.
Yep. You got that right, Nicole. I am always ready.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is, if you could give one piece of advice to another content creator, what would it be?
Ooh, I wouldn't stress over the equipment that you have. I would just use what you have available to you and just do it. You can always improve your content and your setup over time, but I mean, even me, like, I watched so many videos on, like, how to do YouTube, how to make content before I actually did my first video. And then after I made my first one, I'm like, what was I worried about? I can do this.
Well, just wait. When I get finished doing my book, so many people are going to freak because I'm taking everything I've learned in the last 9 months,
right,
plus everything I've known for the last 16 years as a YouTuber, and in high school from going and actually doing AV class, which when I was in AV class, I actually worked on the same thing that the mainstream media uses.
Wow.
$30,000 piece of equipment for multiple monitors. Back then, we actually still used VHS tape.
Right.
So I'm going to take every bit of knowledge that I have and put it into that book to be able to help anybody, whether you're blind or whether you're sighted,
Hmm.
to know exactly how to do your content.
And I think that's the other thing too. Like being visually impaired, you wonder like, all right, am I in the frame?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see what I'm doing, so why try? But
Yeah.
again, like you can always improve. You
Yep.
can reach out to other people that are doing the same
Mm-hmm.
content as you, or even just other content creators, and say, hey, can I get your feedback on this? Is there an area where I can improve in?
Mm-hmm. You know, like we've got Greg, the blind guy show. He's just like Dale, and they're not on camera. And you don't have to be on camera to be a content creator.
Right.
That's why our Bleedo challenge. That's why I put it out there. I don't care what kind of content you do, whether you're doing videos, whether you're doing podcasts, whether you're doing blogging, it's all relevant. Because if you're a podcaster, you still might be a little bit of shaky in your voice or not have that confidence to be able to talk like we are without a camera.
Right.
Whereas you could be in the challenge, not show your face, and share your story and your challenges and your struggle, and that will convey it to people and help you gain that ability to speak comfortably.
Right.
Or if you're a blogger, granted you're not doing video, you're not doing audio, but it will help you in the sense of sharing your story, typing it out, be able to figure out how to structure it in your blog to be able to share that story.
Yeah, because I
There's
mean,
just
at the end of the day, like you're still trying to make content to put out,
mm-hmm,
whether it's through a blog or a web page, or through YouTube or a podcast.
mm-hmm. Yep. And that's why we have this series. That's why I changed it from why do you YouTube to why do you do what you do?
Right.
Because now you have a platform. You can come here and do an interview, share your story, talk about your content, your channel, whatever it is, and it will help you get exposure to a new audience. It will
Yeah.
bring your audience with you to hear, and they might be discovering me for the first time. And then you're getting that extra experience of being on camera, being on audio, and talking about whatever it is that you do.
Right. I mean, even having somebody to ask you questions, it kind of forces you to think of like, what are my motivations to what I do?
Mm-hmm. It, that's just like D. He started having a lot of us on to his channel lately as members, and that was freaking awesome. I've been on there like 3 times now.
Yeah.
And one night I was the last man standing. Everybody else is like, "Oh, okay, D's done with his stream for the night. I'm bouncing out." Screw that, man. I'm sitting right there in that damn studio while his music's playing through because I love listening to D's end music too. I ain't there just for the freaking timer in the beginning. What
I'm
the
kind of like that too.
hell?
Like, I'll hang out in the studio until like they kick me out. It's like, okay, now I can leave.
Yep. And that's what happened with me and D, and we ended up sitting there chatting for like another 5-10 minutes after everybody else is gone.
See?
He's like, dude, you're the last man standing. It's like, hey man, I can't help it. I like the music.
Yeah.
And then we just sat there shooting the shit for a minute. I thought it was freaking awesome because it's like now I'm not just a channel member. Now I'm actually creating this connection with the host and becoming more of a friend than just a person
Right.
paying you to be there on the channel to watch.
Like, you guys are actually sharing a conversation, knowing each
Right.
other on a deeper level.
Mm-hmm. And it's awesome. That's why I love the Niman brothers. They're freaking awesome. Same with Dan Courier for Creative Fundamentals. Terrence, if you're still here, look what I got, brother. I was so hoping last night, which I'm sorry, Terrence, by the way, I was under the impression that our meeting was last night, and when I went to go join, I clicked on the join Zoom meeting and it popped up. This meeting isn't until October 14th, and it's like,
Oh no.
shit!
You had your
Whoops.
own day.
Yep, I had my own meeting day for a minute there, and it's like, well, oops.
Yeah, you're human. You make mistakes. That's okay.
Yep. Hey, there he is, just Samson. Bruh, how are you doing
You're
this
doing it.
afternoon? I told you, Samson's here almost every damn stream. I love you, brother. I'm telling you. Semper Fi, do or die.
That's awesome.
You can't keep us Marines apart.
Oh, was he a Marine too? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yep.
But what did he serve in the army or?
Nope, Marine Corps.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, we are both Marines. He's slightly older Marine, but still Marine Corps brother.
Shots fired.
Yeah, if there's anything that all this bullshit going on right now with the riots and everything else,
Right.
you can guarantee that when shit hits the fan, that him and I and people that are like us are going to be the first ones at the front going, you better fucking quit or you're gonna get hurt.
Huh?
It's a lot louder.
I'm just saying.
No.
Because we are the very first ones to go fight. When war happens, Marines are the first ones in, and we are the last ones out.
Right, like they are the main line of defense too.
Yeah, the Army looks to us to cover their ass because we're the first one in. We secure everything first, and then they come in and secure everything afterwards so we can keep pushing forward.
Right.
Some people will say Marine stands for my ass, really is Navy equipment, but the Navy is just our taxi, and we're the first ones in, and there ain't nobody better than us. We have the best uniforms, we have the best training. Just saying, Army aren't really Marines yet.
Why?
That's what Army stands for. They aren't really Marines yet.
Wow. That's wrong.
And also, the Marine Corps is the men's department of the Navy. Just throwing it out there. In, Air Force, they're just a bunch of flyboys who sit on their ass and get fat right along with the Navy. Just saying. Semper Fi, brothers. I love all my veteran family, but
Yeah.
I'll take my brothers in the Marine Corps over any other branch any day of the week.
It's like I love my military brother, but Marine are the best. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly, Samson. We do not fire warning shots. Brass is
Yeah.
expensive.
You shoot first, ask questions later.
That's what we're taught. And that's exactly why I was not allowed to go to combat. Because when 9/11 happened, I literally left my school, went to my Marine Corps recruiting office, and I looked at my CO and I said, let me go to war. Because I know shit's about to hit the fan.
Right.
I will kill anybody I am ordered to. That there made it so I could not go to combat because I just made myself a flight risk.
Wow. But you were ready.
Yeah. Because I said I would kill anybody I was ordered to, made me a flight risk. Because now they took that as I would shoot a child if I was told to. I would shoot a woman if I was told to. I would shoot somebody unarmed if I was told to. Even though I know the rules of engagement, and if you don't pose a threat to me, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
That's a do
But
pose a threat to you. Like I'm taking you out.
Yep, the instant you pose a threat, even now, even though I'm not in no more, I'm still a Marine. I never retired in that aspect. Once you sign that dotted line and swear the oath, it's there for life.
Yeah.
You know, there is no such thing as an ex-Marine. We're just retired. And even though we're retired, we're still just as deadly after as we were when we were in.
Right,
So,
because like you never forget what you were taught, and it stays with you.
mm-hmm. And yeah, don't ever pose a threat to a Marine because they will be the first one to whoop your ass. You might be able to do that to the Navy. You might be able to do that to the Army, Air Force. You are sure as hell not going to do that to a Marine because they will fuck you up quick.
So the takeaway from this is not to fuck with Andrew. Got it. Do not pose a threat to Andrew. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all good.
Yep, exactly, Samson. Nope. Shoot first. No questions.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that just saying. And that's why I was saying a couple weeks ago on the live stream, that's one person I would not want to piss off because Samson, he could shoot you from over a mile away.
Damn.
Now, I don't know about you, but I can't see a mile away.
Yeah.
So, no.
You
I
would
ain't got
get
a
sick,
chance to run. Because if he can see your ass a mile away, that means that scope can be literally just barely above something and go drop you before you even hear the bullet. Yeah, nope. I know way too many Force Recon Marine snipers, and 99% of my brothers that I talk to on a regular basis are Force Recon snipers, and they are the deadliest of the military. Most people say it's the SEALs, but no. SEALs might be the most well known as the deadliest, but when it comes down to it, Marine Force Recon are the baddest of the bad. Yeah. No. We'll never fuck with Force Recon. Ever.
Right. And then, like, if you do fuck with them and they take you out, you never see it coming.
Exactly. Yeah, no. They's the scariest of them all.
Yeah. Especially would be like a ninja and just like you get hit and you don't know where it came from or who it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja.
Why do they make you say that?
Because that's how you would be if you were armed.
In fact, that's why I was saying a while back about me doing the self-defense videos. Because
Ooh, you should do that. It'd be fun.
Whether people really think about it or not, these wonderful things right here, you can use these as a weapon.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people will tell you not to use your cane as a weapon.
Well, it's how you don't break your cane because you kind of need it to help you, but it can be a weapon. It can be a deadly weapon.
So what? You bend the damn thing. You can still use it.
Yeah, that's why it's called Nutcracker.
It'll break somebody's nose.
Yeah.
And if you break somebody's nose right, you can kill them with it too.
Jeez.
It only takes, 5 pounds of pressure to break a nose.
Yeah, it's not much.
So you hit them with this, instead of just hitting them straight on, hit them on an angle up. It'll shove it into their brain, and it'll kill them. Plain and simple.
Jeez. I'm a little scared now. Thanks.
Well, just a forewarning to the sighted community out there.
Yeah, it's about
Because-
to nuts.
Hey, yo. It only takes like 9 pounds of pressure and you can remove a man's appendage below his waist.
Right?
So do you really want to screw with a blind woman? Especially once I start teaching stuff for self-defense?
Right.
I don't think so. Because that was my first thought on the self-defense aspect is it will be beneficial for all of the blind community or visual impaired community.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest reason is to be able to help you women because you have more of a risk than us men. You're more targeted than we are.
I was gonna say we're more of an easier target.
The
Yeah.
first thing is they think that they can grab you and then they can kidnap you. Well, there goes human trafficking. You have sexual abuse you have to worry about. Physical abuse you have to worry about, And I'll be damned if any of my friends that I know that are visually impaired aren't going to be able to defend themselves.
Right.
Because
Man.
first time I hear about any of you girls having to deal with anything, I fucking feel sorry for somebody because I don't care what it takes. I will make it to you, and then somebody's going to get fucked up. Serious as shit.
I know you are.
I don't play around with that.
One of the stories we're writing about is going to be a blind character, and I'm totally adding that in the story. Whatever victim decides to fuck with them, they're dead. So. I knew like you could break someone's nose with a cane, but I didn't know you could kill them.
Oh yeah. You only have to use keys. That person knows your hand hard enough. You can do it.
Yeah, I love that comment, Samson. I love it.
No way.
What was the comment?
I have 2 SEAL cousins, and we can go back and forth for days. Yeah, I'm sure you can go back and forth for days, but I bet the Marine Corps wins. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Marine Corps inferior. I mean, just saying.
Mm-hmm. 1 Marine versus 2 Navy SEALs. Who do you think's gonna win?
The Marine?
Yeah, because the only reason the Navy might win is because they're gonna cheat. They're sissies. Why do you think it's SEAL?
Oh. That's not right.
Just my personal observation.
I know. It doesn't make it right.
Samson's probably gonna show that to his cousins and be like, see? He had it right. SEALs are sissies.
Oh.
Well, the funny part about SEALs really is most people think that all SEALs are just Navy, and it's not true. SEAL teams are actually made up of all 4 branches.
Okay.
Whether people realize it or not, SEALs are from the Marine Corps, they're from the Army, they're from the Navy, and the Air Force. They're all the special forces, and only the best of those special force teams are the ones that get put into budge training. That's it. You have to be the top of your class in the military for Special Forces Department in order to go to SEALs. You can't just go, oh, I want to be a SEAL and be in the Navy and go to be trained as a SEAL.
Right.
You have to be the top notch of the branch in order to go to that training. So that's why I pick on SEALs, because I know that it's a combination of one of the branches or the other, but I'm still going to pick the Marine as the top because, well, we're the first ones to go into shit. It's not the Navy.
It's not because you have a biased opinion?
No, not at all.
I mean, if you have a biased opinion, it's okay. I'm not gonna judge you for it.
Samson, should I make a whole new channel for that, or do you think I should just do clips and put them on here? Because I can do a whole new channel just for those. Speaking of which, ladies, I did put up the first rant time merch last night for you.
Ooh.
And it's specifically geared towards you women first, because, you know, ladies first.
Right.
So the designs have the Consult the Blind Guy with hashtag rant time on it. And then the
Nice.
back of the shirt is gigantic. And it's got the woman with the cane.
Ooh.
And it says hashtag rant time instead of saying Consult the Blind Guy.
That's cool. I like that. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out after this.
And every product available on Teespring has been selected. Because that's how I do everything. I pick and choose on some of the designs of whether or not it's all products or just shirts or what. But I went through last night and every single product is on there.
Yeah, I still want a shirt that says like "raw" and it's like a dinosaur or something like that. Just saying.
Love your raptor.
T-Rex. T-Rex or a raptor, Velociraptor, because
Don't encourage her.
I wouldn't. Those are the only two that I would be afraid of. Is either T-Rex or a raptor.
Why? Raptor are tiny.
You see the size of them damn nails? Not to mention they can run like a cheetah at like 70-some mile an hour, or beat you with their tail, or rip your ass to shreds.
And having paps.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to fuck with one of them things. Can you tell I'm a freaking fan?
A little bit.
Jurassic Park's awesome, man.
But it had me like that scene did make me afraid of raptors. So when they like, that's a cute little kid, and then it comes out of nowhere. It's a horde of them.
Yeah, I got grizzly claws, and those are damn near the same size as a velociraptor claw. I wouldn't want to screw with one of them things. I got bear teeth for a grizzly. Them are tiny compared to frickin' raptor teeth.
No. Nicole called me a raptor because I have short arms. And I'm short in height. And she didn't like making fun of me because she's mean.
It's fun.
But
That's fun.
I think in that, well, yeah, in that sense, because you're short and you have shorter arms, I guess it would be fitting. Now, if you were taller and had shorter arms, then you'd be T-Rex.
Yeah.
Okay, Samson, I will definitely work on that tonight and start the other channel. Hey, look at that. I'm going to have 5 channels again.
What's the other channel?
The new channel is going to be the Consult the Blind Guy rant channel, rant clips.
Oh, nice.
And then I've been considering doing Blind Faith as a channel as well, because then I can do the spiritual side and give teachings on spirituality and religion, because I am ordained.
Right.
Can't tell with the way I talk, can you? Just swearing all the damn time. What kind of preacher are you? I'm the honest kind. I'm not here just to take your damn money and go out and get all kinds of property and riches off of you. You know, like I was saying earlier, that shit pisses me off. We have natural disasters down in the South, and we got all these different parishes and churches and non-denominational and Christian and Catholic and all of them. It pisses
Right.
me
And
off.
then you don't see any of them like helping out the community who really need it.
You know, like I was saying earlier in our mission for Bleedo, you got that Osteen feller down there in Texas. His church literally sits on top of a gigantic hill. They got this ginormous church. They've got a ginormous freaking parking lot and all kinds of property surrounding it. Everybody everywhere else is flooded. That church, completely safe.
Because
But
it's
yet
on
it,
top of a hill?
yeah, because it was on top of a hill, so it wasn't flooded out.
Wow.
What did they do? Not a fucking thing.
Well, they don't have to. That's probably
Bull-
how they feel. They don't have to do.
Bullshit.
Like, they don't have to go out of their way to help
You
the
run a
community.
church, you're supposed to be helping your community.
I know.
And to me, they should have been shut down. In my opinion, because you have to have recognition from the government in order to be a recognized church and operate and be tax exempt and da 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 da. The instant you do not help your community as a religious or spiritual leader in their time of need, I believe the government should shut your ass down.
Right.
No
'cause,
more
I mean,
tax
and
exemption.
it's just like a money
no
thing,
more
like,
church.
The church is just here to get money from the community for,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Here, give me
our
your
needs.
money, and I'm gonna go buy a $40,000, $50,000 car. Give me your money every week so I can go buy a $250,000 jet. Give me your money every week so I can go buy more property for my church and not use it.
Right. Not help the community at all.
Right.
Just giving you the money to do all these things.
Yeah. Katrina hit, and all these other hurricanes have hit, and what did they do? Not a damn thing. Oh, I'm going to sit here and keep my church closed. That parking lot could have been a triage area for people who needed health care for their injuries.
Right.
Or getting checked out at least. The church itself could have been a shelter for 400 or 500 people. But it was closed.
The people have lost their homes because of flooding.
Right. They could have put up tents out in that parking lot to give at least some kind of safe place to go, but they didn't do it. And places like that don't help piss me off to no end.
Right.
Do unto others as
like
they do unto you. It's like you preach about Jesus and how he was there to help out the people and everything else, but yet you're going against everything in that book that you say you stand for.
Right.
What the hell sense does that make? I'll be the first one to tell you I do not go by that book. Why? Because I'm a native, and as a native, I myself, as a traditional, can't go by it. Why?
Right. I mean, you have your own teachings that you've learned growing up that you could offer as a community.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that book is what killed my people.
Right.
My grandfather, Chief Pontiac's most famous quote is, "They came here with their Bible, crushed our spirit, or attempted to crush our spirit, raped our land and raped our women, and told us we should be thankful to the Lord for being saved." Jesus didn't die for me. My grandfather died for me.
Right.
If it wasn't for our warriors back in the day, the native nations we have now would not exist. And like I said before here on this channel, and as I've said in the challenge, my family bloodline as a native goes back beyond 50,000 years here in this continent.
Wow.
North America, Central America, and South America, all of us indigenous are literally related. The Mayans aren't gone. Just to throw that out there for people who still think that the Mayan people had just vanished. No, they didn't. It was genocide, and it's no different than any other indigenous nation. We were
Right.
all killed off. And because of the assimilation and genocide and everything else, that's why we're seen as not being here. That's why we're in such few numbers. Mayans still exist, but most people look at them as Mexican.
Wow. I had a question for you.
Yep.
So this might encourage a rant itself, but I know they're probably because I know this is gonna encourage a rant in itself. Okay.
Just asked it.
Are you going to do a rant fiend video on Christopher Columbus Day?
Oh. You mean the lion son of a bitch that discovered America?
Uh-huh.
You know, he didn't even discover America.
Right.
Wait, can you also do a rant for St. Patrick's Day?
Right.
Why for St. Patrick's Day?
So, when I had to write about the witch hunts for the evil witch that should be named, I found out that they don't celebrate St. Patrick's in Ireland because he was turned Christian. They went back to Ireland and turned all the witches over to Christians to either killed or turned as well.
Wow.
So no one in Ireland celebrates it for that reason. They turn into like a historical family day, but they will not celebrate it at all.
Yep. Like today for us is Indigenous Peoples Day, just so we don't have to say it's that fucking dipshit's day.
Yeah, that's why they treat St. Patrick's Day for the same reason.
Yeah. I don't celebrate today as his day. It's Indigenous Peoples Day because of that great lie. You know, 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue and discovered America. No, the indigenous people discovered Columbus. The dumbass was lost. You know, and that's why we get called Indians, is because he honestly thought that he made it to India. Way the fuck off, man. Just like way the fuck off. You discovered the indigenous continent of Turtle Island.
Wow.
And you know, like I was saying, we've got over 500 tribes today. I think we've got like 560, 570 tribes currently recognized in this country. And really, that's still not counting all of them, because you've got all the tribes up in Canada, all the tribes down in Mexico, which the tribes in Mexico are counted as Native American.
It's so frustrating because that's what they're taught in school.
Yes. That's why when I was making the comment in my challenge earlier today, I got discriminated against by my own teachers as a Native, because one of my high school teachers, you heard it, high school teacher, told me that Native Americans today do not exist.
Damn.
And it's like, really? That's why I've got a federal ID card that says I am a federally recognized tribal member. What do you mean I don't exist? I am a grandson of Chief Pontiac, for Christ's sakes. We wouldn't have had the Revolutionary War if it wouldn't have been for my grandfather and all of my grandfathers and our relatives, because it was him standing up against the British that actually gave the American settlers the balls to stand up against the British themselves.
Wow. To
be able to go, if the savages can do it, then we can do it.
And again, that's not what we're taught in American education systems.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be misled on history and thinking that what we're taught is the truth, when
everything that they're teaching in school today is bullshit. Still, they're still just a few months ago, before this COVID crap happened. In the last school year, there was actually teachers who stated that we Native Americans willingly gave this country to the settlers. No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
We
it
were
was
killed
taken
off
from
and
you.
it was taken from us. Oh, well, they paid you. What? A fucking handful of beads?
So that's worth
Really?
having our culture taken and half our people genocide.
Yeah, yeah. You
What
know,
about the
and
Trail Tears? That was not peaceful at all.
Right.
yeah. And even then, the Trail of Tears only references the Cherokee. It doesn't reference any other people, really. The
Why is
primary
that?
story is the Trail of Tears because they're one of the largest tribes.
Right.
Us here in Michigan, me specifically, I have 3 different tribes for a bloodline: Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi.
Oh,
But I can only be registered as one because of the way that the treaties have gone and the way that the wonderful backdoor deals with the government have gone about how they have to recognize us.
Right.
To them, anybody underneath a full blood, according to the government, they don't have to deal with because you're not Indian.
Wow.
You're not native. If you're familiar with the Cobell case that happened the last few years about giving reparations and paying back the money that is owed to us because of treaties,
Right.
99% of us that are recognized are owed that money. But
Not gonna get it.
we're not going to get it because we're not full blood.
It's so stupid.
And
But this
those
seems
that
like such a petty reason not to do it.
yeah, and those that do get it are over half. Now, you ready for this one? As I said, I'm ready. I've got 3 different bloodlines in me.
Right.
The federal government recognizes me by their own DNA tests in history from our family line that I am a half-blood. But my own tribe only recognizes me as a quarter blood
Why?
because you're only allowed to claim one.
Oh, you can't claim both even now. Well, all 3 even now they run through your blood.
Mm-hmm. And my mom's native, but my family won't come off of our family history to be able to tell us exactly from where or anything. And then you've got my dad's side, which is who I'm recognized by.
Right.
So I can only go off of one, even though the government says, yeah, we know you're half, but you can only be recognized as one, even though you have 3. And then you've got that side of the family, as I said earlier, who is like extremely racist towards their own relatives and refuses to acknowledge that they're native.
That's terrible.
My great-grandfather told me himself that yes, we are native, but doesn't nobody in the family want to acknowledge that we are? And
Right, but if nobody acknowledges that you are, then that's like where's your proof then?
well, they have it. They just don't want to acknowledge it
Yeah.
because to them it's better to be white. Because then
Well,
you don't have to deal with all of the bullshit like I do.
that
And
and identifying as a white person, you're more privileged.
uh-huh. Yeah. Me being light skinned, I could be dark, but thankfully I have this wonderful thing called skin cancer from being a dumbass. And
I wouldn't say that's a good thing.
oh yeah. Trust me, it's not a good thing, but some people look at it that way. I could be darker skinned. I've always been slightly light, but I'm even more white now than when I was younger because of having skin cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people like have a hard time believing that you're native because of how light you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I go out in the sun, it'll only take me like 20 minutes and I'll burn.
No comment.
And
Yeah.
I could be nice and olive brown. Elo, for instance, Dr. Elo, I could be that dark. But because I went out and I was a dumbass, I was at the drag strip one year and I was shirtless and wearing shorts and I was sweating my ass off like there was no tomorrow, and it was over 100 degrees at the racetrack.
Ooh.
So I decided to cool off. I would go over to the cooler and grab some ice cold water and ice cubes and rub it all over my body. Big mistake. I ended up giving myself 2nd and 3rd degree burns.
For being out in the sun.
For about 18 hours.
Damn.
I literally baked myself out in the sun by putting that water on me.
Yeah.
And when I
But like
finally
you said,
got...
at the time, you thought it was cooling you off.
Yeah, I thought it was cooling me off, but it wasn't. By the time I left the racetrack, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't even rest my back on the car seat to go home with my buddy because it was too painful. And then we had to go bring his kids up to their mom's house, which was 2 hours away, which was another 2 hours back to go drop me off back at home. So I didn't get home until about 6 in the morning.
Wow.
And it took everything I had to lay down. When I got up the next morning, I was as red as a fried lobster.
I bet.
My eyes wouldn't open because I was so burnt. My eyes were swelling because I was so burnt.
What time is it? 6:30. You can go and start.
And I ended up going into the emergency room, and that's when they're like, "Oh, you've got 2nd and 3rd degree burns over 95% of your body."
Like when they're like, "How did you not know this?"
Yeah. And then they were nice enough to tell me, "Oh, by the way, you've got skin cancer."
I mean, I guess on the bright side, that the skin cancer didn't kill you.
No, but now I have to be very, very, very careful when I go outside, because if I go out and I start getting hot, I have to immediately go inside.
Wow.
Because I will start getting lightheaded and lose my balance and pass out from heat exhaustion just that quick. So now I have to be extremely diligent to make sure I hydrate and I stay covered and all kinds of crap now. Otherwise, I'm going to pay for it. And that's why I'm so light now, because I do not go outside all that much anymore. Especially like now with this whole COVID thing, I think I've gone out of the house a total of 4 times.
I mean, you've only had to go out when you needed something, right? Or like,
I chose to go out. Otherwise, I could just... a
certain amount of time is like, I miss outside.
Yeah. I chose to go out because I'm tired of sitting in the damn house. So it's like, yep, you know what? I'm going to go with you to go grocery shopping today instead of going, okay, here's the money, go grocery shopping for me. And look what happened the other day. I almost got hit. Thankfully, my mom was there to warn me, but still. Next time, I'm hoping. Go ahead and fucking hit me, because I'm going to have at least $10,000 in my hand after you do.
Yeah, I need to look that up in the state of Maryland to see if that's a thing. I'm sure it is.
It should be, because...
I mean, we have so many close calls of, like, cars. Like, even down, like, a residential street, will just, like, go at, like, 60 miles an hour. It's like...
Oh, yeah, my old house...
houses. Why would you speed that fast?
Now that this damn COVID's hit, man, nobody pays attention to freaking road laws anymore.
Right.
The speed limit out here is only 35. You get down the road just a little bit, there's a school there, so speed limit is supposed to be 25. They don't fucking care. They're flying through here 100 mile an hour. Serious as shit. We have fire departments right up the road. Them motherfuckers aren't even getting out of the way for the fire truck, sitting there blaring their horn.
Damn.
It's like, are you kidding me? You sure as hell wouldn't want me to still be in the fire department driving that truck. I'll run your ass right the fuck over.
Oh, road rage.
Yep, I will definitely be doing that, Samson. You can count on there being a Rant Clips channel. Because I think people are really going to love that. They're like, listen to this motherfucker go ballistic.
Now
He's going to ruin somebody. Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Oh, especially some of the rants you were going on about this morning. It was like, I'm just gonna back away slowly.
Well, you know, if somebody don't say this shit, it's just gonna keep going on forever. And that's how I look at it. If I don't say something, it might not ever get said.
Yourself, the same thing. He rants for an entire hour.
Yep.
Did you hear what Nick was saying?
A rant for an entire hour?
That's the whole point of their channel, yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
But
Is you're
that's
gonna
good, then you have to like forewarn of like what you're going into the video for. Instead of, thinking it's gonna be a sweet,
sweet innocent little blind guy. Yeah, go watch Consult the Blind Guy. He's just this sweet little innocent light-skinned native dude that's gonna be there to educate you.
Yep, and then all of a sudden,
welcome to the Asshole Central.
I love it's like, warning, we are at the Watts has cursing, offensive language, and offensive ideas.
This is why I was saying in the Hangout group I have to get a website going here in the near future, because I have a feeling that YouTube's gonna go, you know what? We've allowed you to go against our community standards for so long that we're not going to let you do that no more.
No, I guess that's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. Well, so far they've only given nothing. I've gotten, I think I've only had 2 times so far where I've been given a copyright claim for my own music, but I fought it and they took it away. But
it's your own music anyway.
Well, I'm licensed to use the samples that I make my music with, but there is this one asshole out here in the community who has actually tried to rip off my music already. And as soon as my copyright is done with the government to where it's registered for me, I am going to nail his ass to the wall.
You should. Because your music that you took all that time to make that music, it's yours.
Yeah. Did you know what song it was he ripped off?
What?
The one I used for my intro.
Oh.
Not giving up, pushing forward. That's why I left that song on there. Because it's like, God damn it, it took me 3 days to put it all together and edit it and everything else. But that was hours and hours.
My thing is people probably see that and think that's like a song that you use from like
Epidemic Sound or something like that. Yeah, no. I actually have I think now I'm up to 125 musical licenses.
Wow.
That I had to pay for in order to make my music.
If professionally done, they probably think it's just something that you used from another website. It's not something that you made yourself.
That's the joys of having music as a hobby. Yeah. All of this is a hobby. Well, until I can get a hold of that attorney and get my stuff set up and actually turn it into a legit business, which hopefully will be here in the next few weeks, because I'm going to spend the $35 a month to have an attorney and get them to help me file all the necessary paperwork to have a company formed And I'm hoping
all that paperwork.
I'm hoping to have Consult a Blind Guy, my ranch channel, the tutorials channel, and Raven's videos all covered underneath one business, hopefully.
Yeah.
That way, all of them will be protected and all of them will be able to get income or revenue generated from them.
Right. That's
and
smart.
then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to talk to him about the legal aspects for the church thing, because I did a lot of research on that already, but I want to make sure that I follow the law as best as possible. So that's
Right.
why
You don't want
that's
to
why
do
the
something
church,
thinking that you were covered and then it gets
right?
you in trouble.
Well, see, I could literally go on for hours, but dinner's almost done. But the gist of it is a lot of these churches out there right now are doing shit stupid, in my opinion, because from what I've researched and understand of the law, they're filing unnecessary paperwork, they're paying unnecessary fees, and all kinds of shit in order to be recognized and be tax exempt.
Right.
And they shouldn't have to. Once you register your church and it is recognized, you're automatically tax exempt. You're automatically a nonprofit. But people are going, okay, well, my church is recognized. Now I'm going to pay you another $150 for this and another $200 for that. And then I'm going to give you all this information so I can be a nonprofit and tax exempt and da 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 da. And it's like, no, you should only, from what I've researched, have to do this one thing, and then everything else is automatic. Why am I going to pay the government more money?
Right. I think the bottom line, it comes down to people's education. I mean, what they're willing to research, because they're going to go by what they think is right.
You know, it's kind of like this morning I was saying, I about shit myself this morning when I looked at my LinkedIn email, because I am serious as shit. The very first job request / recommendation is be a special agent for the FBI.
Wow.
Why in the hell would I want to be an FBI agent?
Why not?
They want to suck on me to sue them.
They wouldn't want me as an agent. I'm telling you. You think I'm boisterous now? Could you imagine what would happen if you gave me an FBI agent badge?
No.
I would be fucking some people up. You're violating the law here. You're violating the law here. You're violating the law here. By the way, I'm taking your guns for me.
Yeah, what happened to our all of our guns and all of our ammo? Andrew took them all.
Uh-huh. We're having our computers. We had a little friend called the Ghost, and she hacked them.
What happened to all that stuff that you confiscated? I smoked it. Just saying.
Right.
If you got some good green, damn it, I'm taking that shit for myself. Granted, I have actually cut down on my medicine, thankfully, because I've been too busy focused on other shit to focus on pain. But
workaholic.
Yep. If I keep busy, my mind's somewhere else rather than on what's bugging me. You know, my back fucking kills, but you don't see me sitting here for instance, you remember our very first interview. It's like, here, hold on a minute. I gotta go medicate a minute because my back is fucking killing me from sitting here.
All right.
Now look at me. We've been going for an hour and 38 minutes. Never once have I said, damn, my back's killing me. I gotta go smoke a minute, or I gotta go get medicine a minute. You know, as long as I keep busy, my mind's not on the pain. My mind, I got a cyst or something forming right here on my ear. My glasses are sitting on it right now. It's painful as fuck.
Jeez.
But
yeah, that whole time because that piece of your glasses is rubbing against it.
Right. It's giving me a headache from hell. But pain is weakness leaving the body, as we would say in the Marine Corps. So fuck it. I'm not going to let it bug me.
I like
I'm
that.
going to do my work. I got shit I got to do. I can't focus on the pain. And that's what I've been doing. I had no option. A couple months ago, I was trying to get medicine and I couldn't get any.
Right.
So I had to go without. So it's like, you know what? If I can't get any medicine to take care of this pain, I got to do something to keep my mind off of it. What I do? Started working even more. If I keep my mind occupied, keeps my mind off the pain, keeps my mind off the depression and everything else, just keep fucking pushing forward. That's why I keep telling everybody.
Positive mindset to have.
That's why I tell everybody in our community, especially the blind and visually impaired and disabled community, if somebody tells you you can't do something because you're disabled, tell them to fuck off and kiss your ass.
Yeah, when I was in college.
Yeah.
Because you can do it. It might take you longer than a sighted motherfucker to do it, but you can do it. I'm a perfect example. You know, I spent 8 years in uniform. I volunteered for the fire department.
Right.
Look at me now. I'm sitting here doing all these different YouTube channels and Facebook pages and groups. Because of having Bleedo, I'm up to 19 groups.
Jeez. That's a lot.
You know, and I do it all on my own.
Yeah.
So if I can do these things alone, there's no excuse for anybody else in our community to say, well, I can't because I'm blind.
Yeah, I feel like
Put your mind to it. Yeah, it is a cop-out. As long as you have faith in yourself and keep saying, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Fuck you. I'm going to prove you. Yes, I can. Don't tell me I can't, because I can.
I mean, shit.
Have that mindset. You have to have that mindset of, yes, I can. Prove them wrong. Just saying.
Where are you going to say that?
All I've been doing all my life is proving my family and everybody else wrong. You can't drive. Did it. Can't be a soldier. Did it. Can't be a firefighter. Did it.
Like, what else are you going to say I can't do? Let me prove you wrong.
Yep. My comment earlier about where I want to be. What job I would love to have to fix this fucking country. Guess what? I ain't giving up on that. You might actually see my ass in that White House one day. If my birthday wasn't next week,
yeah,
I would have been in this year's election. Because I would have been campaigning this year because I meet the requirements this year. But after my birthday, you got 2.5 weeks to election day.
That's enough time.
Well, that's why you should start working on it now in preparation for next year.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Because next week I get that age requirement. That's all I needed was that age requirement in order to run. So in 4 years, you better plan on seeing my blind ass on that ballot. Because I am running against whoever the fuck is running for president the next goddamn time. Because guess what? I have no party affiliation. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. Though I served in the military and they automatically put us into the Republican Party,
right?
I am not a Republican because the Republican Party no longer stands for what it originally was founded for.
Hmm.
We were not... That's the thing is, this country was never founded on democracy. It was founded on a republic, which is for the people and by the people.
Yeah, that's not what it's.
And then this two-party system shit got created and fucked everything all up. Because it was based off of Native American governing that we have the system that we had. That's how it started. And it was you stand behind whoever it is you vote for. And whoever's got the least standing behind them is the loser. And that's how they would do it. Literally, you'd have 5, 6, 7 different candidates, and they would tell you,
I didn't do it.
go stand by whoever it is you vote for. And then they would go and count them. Okay, well, you don't have as many as that one. Get out of here. And they would keep doing that until it came down to the last 2. And then you would pick, are you for this one or are you for that one? And then whoever had the most standing behind them, that was the person that was winning. That was the person that got elected as the next tribal chief. And that's how the original U.S. government was started, was a republic just like that. And then they introduced the democracy shit and fucked everything up.
You said that a minute ago.
I know I said it a couple minutes ago, but I got to get it through people's thick skulls.
No, she's saying that she want to go make dinner. Good. Great point.
Yeah.
No, it's not troll. We're not eating troll.
But
No,
but we are. Damn it. Samson will tell you we're always eating trolls. We chew them bastards up and spit them out.
I think it's funny I said that don't tell a blind person not to do something until say after you. It made me think of CCBC how they told me I don't do forensics and I found the most hardest major at the school. And not only I passed it, but I helped create an interactive online virtual map of campus.
Nice.
Right. And not only were we saying, fuck you and what you think of me because I'm blind, but I'm going to do something that's even harder.
Right.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's the main thing that people have to do in our community, whether you're blind or whether you're paraplegic, quadriplegic, autistic, whatever. Don't allow people to tell you you can't do something because you're different.
Right.
Prove them wrong. Because once you do, you know how many people are going to give more respect and understand and encourage and support you because you did accomplish that? You persevered through everybody going, well, you can't. You can't. You can't. Bullshit. Guess what? I did it.
That's what you got to do. You got to prove them wrong.
You know, and that's the whole purpose of my channel, was to help our community, whether you're blind or disabled in general, was to give you that inspiration and knowledge on ways that you can do things.
Right.
You know, that's why I did here's 10 ways that you can get off of disability. Now, I did not tell everybody in those videos that it's harder than fuck because of being on disability, but it is possible.
Right.
You have to put in the work. You know, if you're on SSI, it's near impossible, but it is possible. Remember that. It's near impossible. It's not impossible. It's near impossible. Why? Because Social Security's got all these wonderful restrictions on both versions of income, whether you're SSI or SSDI.
To get off of it, it's like, no, we're going to get in your way.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm getting a hold of an attorney, and they're going to help me get around the stupid shit. Because whether people realize it or not, we as disabled people can actually own companies and still remain on Social Security. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here in the near future, is I'm going to have an attorney help me work around all the bullshit. That way I can
make it work for you.
Right. That way I can have my Social Security and start the company. Once I start making money with the company and make enough money at that company to be able to match what I get from Social Security,
then you can get
then I can go, guess what, assholes? I don't fucking need your money. And that's what I was saying to you. You know, I want to talk to him and be like, okay, well, at the moment, it's just me. But what if I want, like, Lauren and Nicole, who are also on disability like me, as employees? How can I set this up in a way that you're not going to be punished for earned income.
Yeah, I think the last time we had a meeting with Social Security, they were trying to say, like, well, if you make 2,000 plus for, I think it was like 8 months at a time, like without stopping, then you can get off Social Security. It's like, if I have a steady job, why would I just get off Social Security? Why would I want to stay on there?
You know, and I hate that shit because I'm on both SSI and SSDI.
Right.
SSI, you can't make a damn thing. Social Security Disability, SSDI, you can have up to $2,000. But the instant you go over that $2,000, even by 1 cent over that $2,000, and they can cut your benefits.
Well, we weren't told about SSDI until we were past age limit.
Yeah.
Now, were you disabled before you were 22?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were born with disability.
Well,
See,
we were born with the disability, but we weren't diagnosed till the age of 4 and 5.
See, I was 5 when I got diagnosed with my form of RP, and I was technically legally blind back then.
Yep. That's what's in our records. We were legally blind for years.
It's just interesting that, when we turned 18, we were put on SSI, and I think within the last, 2-3 years, we were put on both.
We have never done SSDI. We only done SSI.
No, it's both, because the check that we get from SSI is like $23.
No, we get SSI.
No, that's a state check.
Oh.
Yeah.
What you do is you get your SSI every month, and then every 3 months you get a quarterly check from the state for like $20 to $42. Like up here in Michigan.
Right.
Yeah. Now, are either of your parents on Social Security?
Our dad is retired, and he claimed us.
Yeah,
I
see,
think that's what did it.
him being retired, if he's collecting retirement from Social Security, you should be able to be on SSDI because you are a disabled adult child. That's what they just did to me. That's why I'm getting both.
Huh.
Because
Yeah.
my mom had her brain aneurysm. After her brain surgery, she's now disabled. So she filed for Social Security, which, of course, she qualified for. As soon as she qualified and got approved for disability, they said, oh, hey, red flag on Andy. Because he's on SSI. He was disabled before the age of 22. So now we're going to file for him without even saying anything to me. They filed for me.
Yeah.
And then started harassing my mom. Well, you need to talk to your son. We need to talk to your son. We need to talk to your son. And I get a hold of them. And they're like, oh, well, you've got 2 weeks to give us this information, or we're cutting you off entirely.
But, like, why couldn't you reach out to me before then? Huh?
Right.
It was his police shut out.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? What the hell? I don't want SSDI. I just want my SSI. Leave me the fuck alone. And then I gave them the information, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we're going to cut off your SSI, and we're going to put you on SSDI, and that's what you're going to get.
But it's not what you wanted. It was like us for her with the health insurance we had. We had actually good health insurance.
I mean, you did.
And then October of last year, like, they're like, okay, we're just going to put you on Medicaid and not give you barely anything. What do you have to say?
And they left me on SSI, and then they're like, here, now we're going to give you $200 from Social Security. Now, you ready for this one, though? When I was on SSI, I had $752 a month.
Right.
$752.
Right,
once they approved me for being on both, my SSI went to $600 a month.
Wow.
And the Social Security disability is $200 a month. So they took $152 away and put it towards the SSDI and gave me another $48. Whoopee goddamn do.
What's the purpose of that? Why not just leave it one and make it easier?
That's what I said. But this is our wonderful fucked up government that we've got. They don't know how to make anything easy for us. It has to be complicated, because if they make it complicated, 99% of us are going to be like, oh, well, shit. All right. I'm just going to do what they tell me to. Whereas you can see me, fuck you, I ain't doing what the hell you told me to. I don't listen.
Oh, you're stubborn.
You damn straight I am. I don't listen for shit. The only ones I listened to orders to was the Marine Corps, and that was because I was afraid I was going to get my ass killed. Them motherfuckers are big, beefy, muscular bond, but you know, you break me like a twig.
Oh.
I'm just saying. And that's why I'm working towards getting this stuff done. That way, hopefully, by me experiencing it and accomplishing this goal, I'll be able to help out you and Nicole and everybody else in our community go, this is how you get around this bullshit.
Yeah.
You want your own business? This is how you do it. You want to make money? This is how you do it. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish in the next few weeks. And if I can do that, then I'll be able to go, hey, guess what? I've got a whole new series of videos for you. You want to get off of disability? Follow these steps to a T, and you will be off of disability in no time.
He's still on. Like, I'm done.
I mean, it's good that you have a workaround away from it, so that way you're giving people another option.
Mm-hmm. But we've been on here for just shy of 2 hours.
Yeah, they got impatient.
Yeah. I gathered that they got impatient. I seen that light go out. It's like, uh-oh, you're about to get in trouble by your sister and parents.
No. She wanted dinner. She's getting hungry. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's light.
Yeah. Well, my mom came in a few minutes ago and dinner's done. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still ranting. God damn it.
The rant never ends. That's okay. You're passionate about a lot of things, and I admire that about you.
Oh, and just Samson had to bounce. So sorry, Samson, if you had to leave us. Sorry, I didn't notice your chat sooner. You know me, blind guys going on a rant. I tend to be here going ballistic for a while.
It's okay.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the episode for however long you might have been here. Let me see. 6:53. So she's been here for a few minutes.
You're distracting if you're going on your rant.
And Nevada Corporation, yeah. Kind of like that there, Kim. But yeah, hopefully here in the next couple weeks we'll have some good news for all of us, not just me, and we'll be able to get things set up for all of us to be able to work around all these restrictions and stupid shit. And we'll all be able to make a little bit of money. Be able to tell the government to kiss ass and see you later.
Hey, we don't need you anymore. Thanks.
You know, granted, it is our money that we deserve, but I'd rather have my own money that I work for than
yeah, exactly.
Just going, here, give me a check.
But the thing too is like people assume that like you get a society you don't want to work. It's not that. It's just people don't want to hire you.
Yeah, they won't hire you, and if they do, it's only going to be part-time for a very little amount of money and hours because that's all you can do. Because if you go over that, then they're like, oh, well,
and then you get
we told you could go to work for that little bit, but guess what? You made too much, so now we're just going to take it from you.
Right.
All right, real quickly before we end this out, the last question is how can the viewers be able to get in touch with you? Where can they find you?
So you can find me over on my YouTube channel, which is Divided by Sight. My Instagram handle is Lauren Adele, Adele 1987, or on Twitter, Divided by Sight.
Alrighty. And I will add those into the description here shortly. I already have your channel link in there as well as the new book. If you want to check that out, it is available on Amazon. It is Hunted Immortal's Kiss by Lauren and her sister Nicole, the Blind Mage. And that is also within the description below.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Lauren, for being my guest today and ranting
Look, it only
with
went
me.
2 hours, not 4.
Yeah, this time we did 2 hours instead of 4.
Oh, I was thinking that last time. Like, are we gonna go 4 hours?
No, I try to keep it at an hour, but look what happens.
Right.
We start chatting, I go on a rant, and
You went on a lot of rant. It's okay.
hey, new channel coming to you soon. Rant time clips.
10 hours of rants. You're welcome.
Yep. But
Well, thank you for having me on
again.
here. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll have you back on again soon so we can go over some more things about publishing.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, you have a good one. Enjoy your dinner, and I will talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
See ya. Everybody that's here watching us live, thank you for joining us again today. It is greatly appreciated that you were here. Please, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. Don't forget to smash that like button. Check out the description below so you can see Lauren and Nicole's new book and find their channel information and social media as well. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.